Thank you so much for tuning into Town and Country. I'm your host, Alicia Lewis. Happy Friday, Junior, everybody. Listen, we are almost to the weekend, and there are so many fun things happening right in our area. Now, if you are into murder mysteries, then you must see Cotton Hall's latest one. So let's dive in and have some coffee and conversation. All right, so the show sold out quickly, so you all have decided to add an encore show.
Yeah, so we have added an encore performance this weekend, Saturday at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And we're so excited. We've actually made it a $15 ticket so we can get as many people there as possible, and hopefully people will turn out to come see it.
All right, so the show is called Murder Ahoy.
Yes, it's Murder Ahoy.
What is this about? What is it about?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the newest in a long line of murder mysteries we've been doing every year. And this one is set on a cruise ship, and it's a little bit of a rickety old tacky cruise ship. And we've got all the sort of wacky characters you might find there. And every night we have one of the characters that dies, and then we try to figure out who did it.
Okay, got you. So after last week's show, you guys sold out the crowd. So what has the response been from the community?
The response has been actually kind of crazy. We had people calling the office this week just to tell us how much they liked the show, and as a playwright, that is like the dream.
Yeah.
But you know, we want from the very first minute that the lights come up, we want people to be laughing and having a good time, because that's what these murder mysteries are all about. It's all about being outrageous and goofy and silly and having a good time. So if we're making people laugh, that's our goal.
Gotcha. All right, and so as the artistic director, how does it make you feel to be able to be a part of something like this? I know you're a part of a lot of the shows that you all put on, but this one is sold out. So talk to me about your feelings behind that.
Absolutely. It's really special because since COVID, it's been really hard to sell out a show. Our ticket sales have not rebounded as much as you would like, and being an arts organization, it's always tight financially. Mm-hmm. So it's really exciting to have people coming back and having a good time. But in a way, what I think is so special about Cotton Hall is that most of our shows are shows that we are creating for our community. So we are writing original plays, and to be able to write these stories that are about Southern people is so much fun, and I'm glad to be able to bring that to the stage.
Absolutely. Now, can you tell us or give us a sneak peek into the rehearsals? How are those?
Oh gosh, rehearsals are so funny, and for a show like this that is such a like outrageous comedy, it's fun to get to play because every night you can try something completely different to see what's going to get what tickles you the most and what's going to get the audience laughing. And so they can get a little goofy and unruly sometimes when you have that many people just being wacky, but it's also like just a really good time.
Now, I understand that there's an interactive element in the show. So can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Of course. We have to have some help to figure out who the murderer is.
Okay.
So at intermission of the show, everybody in the audience gets to use their ticket to vote for who they think the killer is.
Oh.
And then the people who get it right are entered into a drawing to win tickets for Swamp Gravy in the fall.
Wow. Now that's interesting.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And people really get into it. Some people come with a notebook and take notes, and some people bet with their families. So it's really fun.
Awesome. So is this a family friendly
For sure. This show is great for any ages. It's really goofy, so really small kids will love it. But it's also got a lot of really, hopefully hearty jokes that the adults will love too.
Now, how often do you all put on shows at Cotton Hall?
We try to have something going on like every month or every other month, depending on the rehearsal process. So our next show will be Swamp Gravy, and that will be the whole month of October, every weekend. And then we'll have our Christmas show coming up after that.
Ooh, okay. Can you give us an inside?
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
Is the Christmas show about?
So the Christmas show is actually called The Thrill of Hope, and it's all based on true stories from the community as well. So it's all sorts of Christmas songs that you know and love, some original Christmas songs, and then true funny stories about like presents gone wrong and you know, trying to wait up all night to catch Santa. So it's really sweet, funny stories too.
Got you. So what has been one of your favorite productions that you've been a part of?
Oh gosh. I don't mean to be cliche, but this murder mystery is so funny from start to finish. So I've really loved that. But then one of my other favorites was called Swamp Gravy Fourth and Long, and it actually had one of my stories in it about growing up as a football coach's son and not loving football.
Yeah.
So that was a favorite too.
Okay, awesome. So you are typically sometimes a part of the shows, right?
Absolutely.
You're an actor.
Most of the time I'm only in a show if something has gone wrong.
Oh, wow. So you fill in?
Yeah, I love to just at the last minute have to jump in and do a part. I love that, like the rush and exhilaration of that.
Really? Wow, that's so interesting. Well, that kind of shows that your love for it then.
For sure. I love, there's just nothing better than being at the end of a show and knowing that you've either made people laugh or touched their hearts or given them the chance to feel something that they wouldn't have felt before. That's a really fun experience.
Absolutely. Now tell us where we can go ahead and find those last minute tickets.
Sure. You can get tickets online at www.swampgravy.com through our vendor eTix, or you can call the box office at 229-758-5450.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Will, for joining me on Town and Country today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
Of course. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but coming up, get a behind-the-scenes look at Taylor Swift's massive aerosol